would I get it?
I don't know if you follow Facebook or on Rapzilla or whatever.
So would it show me on Twitter?
Oh, I just saw the tweet. I'm about to I'm about to just quote it.
All right, we're live. So,
bro,
what's
look
up?
Look at the picture.
Yeah, the picture's messed up because you're vertical.
Oh snap! I gotta be the ugliest person I know.
All right, so for everybody
How about now?
watching, okay, yeah, but now I gotta fix it. All right.
You good?
Not really, but we're figuring this out.
Hey man,
Go,
you
go,
live and you
go back the other way.
learn.
Yeah. All right, I'm fixing this. All right, what's
Wow.
up, everybody? This is Justin from Rapzilla, and we are live with WHATUPRG, and he's got some friends in the background. Why don't you introduce your friends?
Hey, friend number 1, friend number 2.
Hello, my name is Cliff.
No, this is the Kleso, aka Money Keso,
AKA my brother Skipper.
Oh my god, this is I can't think of a cool name for Michael. DJ Michael B, aka the DJ Spacebar.
DJ Spacebar. Nice. All right. So, if anybody follows RG on Twitter, the man said he just wanted to have an honest conversation, no promo. So I want to have a conversation, and I'm gonna do it exactly how you wanted it. So how are you? That's the first question.
Yeah. Good question. Nah. Right now I'm actually very content. I just played a Kleso and Michael, some of my new music, and I'm excited. I'm glad I'm finally getting things done. I think I was just telling them for like a good part of last year, I just spent a lot of time just kind of like not feeling anything I was doing.
Mm-hmm.
I was really insecure. So just to finally have something I could show my friends and they can react to it. Yeah, I'm really content right now, man.
Yeah. I mean, you notoriously are kind of like real meticulous and take a long time. I remember hearing about your Pleasant Hill album for like a whole year. Everybody telling me how good it was. Lauren, Dylan, Mowgli. And then you went and signed for Reach, and you made it even better.
Yeah.
But that was a huge process.
Yeah, Pleasant Hill took like 2 years. And it's the same. I feel like it's been the same battle for like every time I'm working on a project. Just because I put so much stress on myself, but yeah, I'm finally in a place where I'm like kind of free from like other people's opinions. Like I'm not really thinking about what people are gonna think about my music or how it's gonna be perceived. I'm more so like just trying to create and believe in. Just trust my friends, you know. I have a lot of friends that are talented, and if they tell me it's good, it's not like they're gonna lead me astray. So, I'm finally just getting to the point where I'm just not putting all the weight on myself and just trusting everybody else around me.
Awesome. Full disclosure, the power I think just went out in my house. And
oh snap!
And somebody was drilling. I'm in the dark.
Tight.
All right. Well, hopefully we could still keep going. This is what happens when you do things live. And of course, everything was fine before we started. But I got to meet you in New York City a couple months ago, where you performed with Lecrae, Andy, No Big Deal, Words Played. So how was that experience in New York City? Just experiencing like the craziness of Manhattan and lots of too many people everywhere.
That was one of my favorite shows, just as far as like the tour. I think New York, LA, San Antonio, Houston, Toronto, are probably top 5 right now. Chicago, Phoenix. Most of the shows were really good, but New York was tight. This the energy there that night was amazing, and we were there actually like 2 days
Mm-hmm.
prior or something like that. And I actually lost the group that we were with, and I was stuck in Times Square by myself like
Oh
for a
my
whole
god.
afternoon. And it was actually one of like the best experiences I've had. Just being in a city so big and being there by yourself was like
Yeah.
just like getting to see like you're sitting down and then like I was sitting on the steps for like an hour. Those like what I'm talking
Yeah,
about,
yeah, yeah.
those steps. Um and just sitting down and then you hear somebody speaking a completely unfamiliar language and then you hear somebody speaking Spanish and then English and then like a whole nother language. It was just very beautiful to see so many cultures just like come together and then you just being lost, literally lost in the midst of it all. My AirPods were dead, so all I could do was just experience, and it was tight, man. I love New York.
Yeah.
No pun intended.
Had you been there before?
Yeah, I've been a few times. Um, but never like this time. This time I actually got to like really see it. Um, so yeah, no, I love it out there. So you stay in New York?
I live in Staten Island, New York, so
Okay.
one of the 5 boroughs.
Yeah.
Um, so it's like New York, but with like trees and deer and stuff. But
Ooh.
are you hearing that drilling?
Yeah, I hear.
Is it really loud?
It sounds like an airplane.
Okay.
What? Running water.
Okay.
What else?
That's kind of peaceful.
What's it? AMR, so like you sleep.
It sounds like a white noise.
Well, everyone's trying to sleep over there, right? So there's your white noise.
Right.
So
Nah, yeah. New York is tight, man.
yeah, it's like for me though, I never go into Manhattan because I used to work in Manhattan, but there's no reason for me to be there now. Um, and whenever I go, it's kind of like a special occasion. So seeing you guys at the show, that was a special occasion. Um, but it's like when you have to commute there every day, and I had to commute like an hour and a half there and then an hour and a half home. I was like, yeah, I'm good. It's too much. Too many tourists. I had to take a train, a boat, a train. Um, yeah, it's crazy. But the other thing I want to ask you is why'd you want to do an interview like this, like just having an honest conversation without promoting? Did you feel like you just wanted to talk to people and kind of just be like, hey, this is what's going on? It's not always about trying to sell something or pitch something.
Yeah. Nah. Yeah, I guess it like for me it's just like I've never been a fan of like interviews. But I am a fan of just talking to people. So
Yeah.
that's really where it came from. Like, I don't have anything against like outlets. I just don't like having to follow like procedures and like
Hmm.
certain, you know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah, yeah,
certain
yeah.
guidelines. And yeah, man, that's really what it was. And I feel like I just haven't. I think I kind of put myself in a position where I don't really like talk much to outlets, and I'm like, man, like really we wouldn't be here without y'all. So um, I'm just trying to like chop it with everybody, man.
Right. And we did that interview with Rapzilla almost 2 years ago now. Before
Yeah,
before
yeah.
before you were the WHATUPRG that you are now. Was
Oh,
that
shoot.
one of your first interviews?
Yeah, that was
You were real green.
yeah, I was so bad. But yeah, that was one of the first interviews.
I think you were
A
like
little bit.
18.
Yeah, I was. How long was that? 2 years
It
ago?
was like 2 years ago.
Yeah, I was 19. No, 20, 19, 20.
I
I'm
re-
22 now.
I remember the buzz and just everybody talking about you, and I was like, who is this guy? He's only got 2 songs. Why is everybody talking about him? And you had just done the video at Walmart.
Yeah.
So I was like, all right, let me hit this
Hey,
guy
I'm
up.
curious. I'm curious to know how that was for y'all, as an outlet. Like when y'all see like an artist, getting a buzz or something. How do y'all come about? Like, how do y'all gauge who's gonna be like, who's gonna have longevity? Who do you, or do y'all not? Do y'all just kind of see an artist and like try to support as quickly as possible?
I mean, it's kind of a 50-50. Like sometimes we see something like with you, we saw something there and we saw a lot of people talking about you. So we're like, there's got to be a reason everyone's talking about RG that we don't know about. So let's kind of follow his like path and see where he goes.
Yeah.
Um,
Michael's got something to say. Michael's got something to say on the aspect. Michael's got something to say.
Listen, all I'm gonna say
All right.
is all I'm gonna say.
Nah, he's joking. We're joking.
yeah, I mean,
That's tight, man.
sometimes we get it wrong. Sometimes
Yeah.
we miss people. You know, it's tough. It's a small team. We're doing the best we can.
Yeah.
Sometimes we think someone's gonna blow up and they just kind of fizzle out.
Yeah.
You didn't. You just kept going crazy.
That's what I'm afraid of, though. I feel like I've been afraid of losing the momentum, but man, really, you can't lose when you got people like Michael. You got people like Ecleso. You got people like Justin who just with you, you know.
I mean, Clesto's a good dude. We ate some chicken together in Atlanta, so we had some hot chicken, bro.
Yeah.
And
Ecleso,
he came to see.
were you a freshman this year?
He was.
Ecleso.
We
Let me tell
believe
y'all
in
about
him.
Ecleso. Rapzilla. Let me tell y'all something about Ecleso.
Tell
Ecleso
it.
is the most genuine,
I know.
most kind person you'll ever meet. If he becomes a millionaire before all of us, he most definitely deserves it. And he's an amazing artist. I'm not just saying that because
So
he's
we got
right
that
here.
one right. So we definitely got that one right.
Y'all got that one right. I'm gonna tell y'all one that y'all didn't get right. I'm gonna tell y'all one y'all didn't get right.
I know who you're gonna say.
Danny.
We got that from a lot of people, and I spoke to him about it. I don't know, man. We feel like he's gonna have an amazing 2019, and he's gonna lead the pack of the next group, the next wave
Yeah.
of people.
Yeah. I feel like I'm interviewing you now, bro.
It's okay. You just want to have a conversation. This isn't an interview. You want to ask me questions. We could do that all day. But let me tell you about Ecleso. He came to see me and Chad off at the airport when we left Atlanta. Took an Uber or a
That
friend
sounds
or
like
whoever
Ecleso.
all the way to the airport just to say bye to us. Chad almost missed his
Man.
flight, but he had to get that last hug in.
Man, yeah, Ecleso's the one, man. Ecleso's definitely the one. But yeah, nah, y'all. I think the list was pretty dope this year, though.
It's tough, man. We start out with 40, 50 names, and we got to whittle that thing down to 15. Like we know we may miss some people. We know that there's and then there's certain things that people are qualified for, or they're not qualified. Like there's a couple names on there that everyone's like, how is that guy not on there? We're like, well, they had too much music. We have certain guidelines that we follow. It's not a perfect system. Obviously, nothing is, but we try to do our best.
Yeah, and that's the thing about lists too. They're also very much so like relative, or like what I'm saying. It's very much so just up to the people who are in charge of it. It's not like the end all be all.
It's not. That's what I always say. Like your goal shouldn't be to make a freshman list. Like if that's your only goal, then stop doing music. Like, because then when you get to the
Yeah.
freshman list, then what happens? Like, where do you go? What do you want to do?
Yeah.
You
know what's crazy? I was really bummed out that I didn't make the freshman list the year before I made it.
Right.
I never said anything though, because I was just like, whatever. But I was bummed out. And then when it finally happened, it was a little more rewarding because I felt like I actually had worked for it. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And looking back, you're kind of like, well, yeah, definitely this was my year, even more so than last year.
Yeah. Nah, definitely.
And that's how we kind of factor in some people too. Like some people, like, you know, they had a really good year, but we're like, you know what? I think their next year is gonna like blow this one away, and you know they're still gonna qualify, and that's gonna be it. Like they're gonna do it. But
what's an artist you're excited about right now?
Right now, I'm excited about all the guys in the Culture Villains. So Czar, Josh, Cam, Big Ye, all those guys. That's the next indie tribe, man.
Yeah,
I think so. It's the next indie tribe.
I gotta listen to them, man. I've seen their whole. I know Travis.
Yeah.
I'm real cool with Travis and Big Ye. I just haven't come around. But yeah, I'm gonna definitely listen to them, man.
Solid dudes.
Big Ye and Travis are some of the coolest people I know. We had a whole road trip with them. Were you with us, Michael?
What? Yeah.
When we went to South by? That was you, right?
I'm the one that told you to come with me.
You did. Sure. I'm tripping, bro. You know what, bro? Come here, give me a hug. Come here. Yeah, man. Nah, they're very solid people. I'm gonna listen to them though. They just announced somebody, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, and they just announced an album. Well, those are Eccleso's boys. So that's who I met him with.
Like everybody's like linked. Like, you know what I mean?
You know what? Here's something we can talk about how united everybody is right now.
Yeah, this new school is way better than the old school.
Okay.
In that aspect.
In that aspect.
Everyone's. I feel like everyone lately is on that same team vibe, which is amazing. Everyone's rooting for each other.
Yeah.
Like 116 and like We Live as Kings, everybody was like, they had like back then they had like the "you can't sit with us" vibe. Yeah. I hated that, bro. The cool kids. Yeah, I hated that. I envied that, bro. I'm like, oh, y'all whack, bro. It was like, if you don't know XYZ, then you can't even like have a conversation. I heard it was worse even before that. Yeah. For cross moving and stuff. That's what Jay was saying.
Hey, I'm not speaking into this. I am.
We just stopped and we're listeing to them.
Right. This is the Michael and the Klesso show.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
But
podcast speaking about the history of.
Nah, just a podcast.
Just period. Yeah.
I think it's in a good place right now. And it's because I think like mid-tier and indie artists are kind of like so like what's popping now and so infiltrated that these are all people that have been grinding and building up together, and everyone's kind of at that same level, whereas before you kind of had like superstars and then like everybody else. But now like the playing field and the quality of music and the quality of character, I think, is like a pretty even playing field. And that's definitely one of the reasons why I think that's happening.
Yeah. That's real.
And I mean, one of the questions that kind of bouncing off that I had for you is like, how do you feel about like what other artists or what some of your peers like actually think about you, like as a person or like as your music? Like, do you feel like you have to be somebody that you're not at certain times?
To my peers?
Yeah, like how do you like how other artists perceive you? Like, do you care about that?
Oh, that's a good question, bro. Hold on. Give me 10 minutes.
I gave you an hour.
Nah, I think I've done a really bad job at like being a consistent communicator, and so I can see how some of my peers can see maybe I'm like dodging people, or maybe they might see me as like kind of like maybe conceited or anything that's not friendly.
Right.
But for me myself, I kind of got to a place where I just stopped kind of thinking about what people think about me and just start living the way I want people to feel about me. So instead of like thinking like, I wonder if Michael thinks I'm cool, I'm like, maybe I'm just gonna be a cooler person than Michael.
Okay.
So
it's
yeah,
kind
that's
of that.
Kind of what I'm.
It's kind of that prompting of just trying to be a better person without like someone really facilitating it.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm on right now. So, and I'm still really bad. Like, Michael texted me earlier that he was coming, and I fell asleep, and he woke me up when he got here. So I'm still a really bad communicator. But hey, man, every day's a new chance to get better.
Nah, well, just looking at your Twitter the last couple of days, you're kind of like on a semi like opening up / apology tour of actions. So like obviously like coming into this new year, I feel there we go, lost power again. Obviously coming into this new year, I felt like you definitely had like a goal in mind to kind of just be that person that you were just saying, like someone who tries to communicate more and just talks to people.
Yeah, I'm just kind of over I'm kind of over trying to do everything by myself. I think that's when we lose as a culture and as a space. Like, I feel like once you start to isolate yourself in whatever like atmosphere you're in, like that's when that's when you lose and everybody else loses. But once you start to embrace the people that's around you and the people that's maybe not at your level but are on their way, like once you start to embrace that and support each other, oh my gosh, the visual effects are crazy on this.
Man, it's getting it's getting wild over here.
Yeah, that's tight. But yeah, no, once you start to embrace that, like everything just feels a lot smoother and a lot you just feel peace, man. And that's kind of where I'm at right now. I'm finally like just a lot more positive about the future of our space, a lot more positive about myself and just about my friends. Like, I feel like all my friends are gonna eat this year, man.
Yeah.
Like everybody. And so, yeah, man, I'm excited. I'm really excited.
No, it shows for sure. Now I'm gonna take a huge left turn because we're just having fun and I'm going through like an electrical craziness over here. So
yeah,
it'll match. Let's talk about tacos, man. You're a big taco connoisseur. I love tacos. I have a friend who owns a Mexican restaurant. He always hooks me up when I go, and I actually run shows at his Mexican restaurant. So, let's talk about tacos. I always see you.
What about?
I don't know. What give the people your perfect taco. What are you looking for? Where's it at? Let's talk about it.
The best tacos are in Mexico. And there are Al Pastor tacos with the pineapple and the
Pastor's on the spit thing, right? And it goes around.
Yeah. That's the one. Yup. With a lot of lime, cilantro, onions, grilled onions, and last time I went to Mexico, they actually put like potato fries on the tacos.
Oh. Okay.
It was amazing, bro. It was wild. I had never had that before, but it was really good. And I don't drink soda no more, but it goes really well with the Mexican Coke. So yeah, that's perfect.
I like my tacos with the Jarritos soda on the side.
Yeah. Big shout out Jarritos.
Some nice cabeza tacos.
Oh, cabeza. Isn't that what you said? Cabeza? Cabeza. Why did I say it like that?
Cabeza. I had it for the first time
No, bro.
You had it for the first time?
recently, and that and Pizzoli. Yo,
Oh yeah, pozole's fire, man.
yo. All right, so that was just a quick food tangent, but I actually jumped over a question because I got real excited about the tacos.
Yeah.
So, who has been your biggest mentor so far in your short career? Like, without them, you feel like, you wouldn't be the person you are today.
I feel like I don't know. I feel like I'm a product of like 1,000 people, so it's not just one person. I feel like it's all these different people that pour into me like different times. So like for me early on, like Marty hit me. He was one of the first people that hit me.
Yeah.
And for me, it was like the biggest thing in the world because I was the biggest Social Club fan in like middle school.
Yeah.
And then when Derek hit me, and he also like gave me a lot of game. Yeah, man, I feel like everybody, Ruslan, Derek, Marty, Dill, Mowgli, Jerry, and
All right, we lost RG. Let's call him back. Hold up. G. Yo, I don't know what happened. We lost you. Can't see you.
Oh, what about now?
Okay, you're back.
Yeah.
I heard
Okay. Are
Derek.
we still live?
We're still live. I just
Okay,
gotta
cool.
fix everything up.
Yeah, let me know.
Well, we're live, so you could keep talking about what you were talking
Okay.
about.
Oh yeah, no. I honestly kind of lost my train of thought, but
Derek, Marty, Ruslan, Dill, everybody in the tribe. Yeah, man, I feel like I'm just a product of a lot of people. So, like I said earlier, like you really can't lose when you have people of that caliber just like always supporting you. I think for me, a big thing was just having the tribe and having like my close friends to keep me balanced. I think the fact that me and Dill kind of the fact that I had Dill with me like a lot helped me as far as like just understanding and just following, because he's ahead of me. So some of the things that I was kind of like going through last year, he was like, all right, well, this is how it's done. And then we signed around the same time, so we kind of had that I mean, we were just talking contracts and stuff together, and like talking through our struggles as far as like our creative process and the music. And so yeah, man, I feel like it's just so many people. Ace Harris, the A&R over at Reach Biz. All of them have spent so much time with me. Just sometimes it's not even working. Sometimes it's just me venting to them. Sometimes it's just them expressing how they feel. Like sometimes, I like when I say I'm a product of 1,000 people, I'm literally a product of 1,000 people. Just every day pouring into me and just believing in me.
And they all just left a little piece.
Yeah. But yeah, that's really it, really. And then Twitter's a huge mentor in my life. I wouldn't be where I'm at without Twitter and social media.
And Rapzilla comments.
And Rapzilla comments. Yo, I'm gonna be honest, bro. I don't read any comments. Period.
Well, that's good. You have
Because
you're sane.
Huh? You said what?
You're sane. Like you could go to bed at night and feel okay about yourself.
Oh yeah, no, I sleep so good at night, not knowing what people are saying about me.
I read the comments.
I have friends who read comments for me, and Michael is actually one of my shooters. Michael be getting in the comments.
I've seen him. I've seen him in the comments.
Let me tell you about
He's
Michael,
a shooter
man.
for everybody.
Let me tell you about Michael. Michael is one of the most loyal friends you'll have, and I feel like I'm just boosting my friends up, but that's really just because I have like the bestest friends in the world, man. I'm about to cry right now, but yeah, Michael is really one of the realest people you'll have, and you know him. But yeah. That's just I don't think I have like a specific mentor though.
I like how you got back to the question after like 10 minutes of talking. Yeah. So after all that, I don't have a mentor. Oh, here we go again. This is wild. This only happens when I'm doing my interview, or having a conversation. Sorry, because we're not doing an interview. So
yeah.
What's a question that you've always wanted to ask a journalist, or like someone who writes or covers music?
He heard you.
I didn't hear him.
You know, let's come back to that one. Because I've had questions. I'm having a brain fart. But I've had questions, man. One of them, I guess, would be like, what's like, well, I kind of already asked it. Never mind.
Oh, about like making lists and stuff.
I think not just making the list. Like for me, I think the coolest thing is when like an outlet finds an artist, and like just the process of I already asked this, but the process the process of like who do you cover and who do you not, like which I think is like the most crucial thing to outlet, because that kind of just determines like, well, if you get too many misses, then they can't really trust you. But if you if you hit like all these home runs, then you like automatically become like this power outlet. I guess something I could ask you specifically is how do you feel the influence of Rapzilla? How do you feel about where it's at right now, and where do you think it could go towards the future, and how can artists like myself, I guess, help, or you know what I'm saying?
Okay, so you're saying
kind of a loaded question.
Yeah, so you're basically asking how an outlet like Rapzilla can, I don't know, ask it again, because you asked like 3 things in there, or 4 things.
First,
narrow
where
it
do you
down.
feel? How do you feel about where Rapzilla is at currently as far as the influence in the space?
Okay. All right, let me take it there. So, as far as the influence in the space, I think it's definitely up there, because people know the brand. People want to get on Rapzilla. Like even just something like the freshman list, where there's people arguing in the comments, or people upset that they didn't make the list. So that's obviously like a major influencer. But I think there's a lot of unknown artists that get placed on Rapzilla and have a chance to be on there too. So a lot of people get, oh, you post like the same guys over and over, but like any given day you could go on and see like 20 different artists from like all walks of life. So I think it's a good influence in the sense that you can get somebody like NF and Lecrae, and on the next page you could get someone who's like 15 years old and like killing it in their basement.
Yeah.
You know, making beats on GarageBand and having like some good quality.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that would be the influencer question. I hope that answers your question.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Yeah, and how do you feel like artists? How do you feel about the artists who are maybe a little more influential? Do you think we could like? How do you feel we could like help?
Oh, how do more influential artists? How can they help people who are like on the come up?
No, how do we help Rapzilla?
Oh, how do you like someone like yourself? Like, how would you help Rapzilla?
Yeah.
I guess by like keeping us relevant and not getting, and also not getting to a point where you feel like you're too good for it or too big for it.
Yeah.
Like,
do you think that was a common trend at one point, or?
I think so, and I think there's a variety of reasons for it. It's not necessarily like egos or things like that, but I mean, if an outlet covers you and supports you and is always there for you, just like a friend or someone else, I mean, you can like throw them a bone every once in a while, you know, at least, and be like, yeah, thanks for the support. You don't have to like necessarily like it or you know, have asked for it, but you know, if that thing is bringing you or helping, you know, further your career, you know, I feel like there should just be like a mutual respect at least.
Yeah. Say I'm an upcoming artist. I don't have anybody supporting me. I don't have any cosigns. How do I get your attention for you to post me?
Make good music and submit it the right way. Every single submission that comes into Rapzilla gets either heard by myself or Steven Solis, who is AKA the Wizard of Oz of Christian music. So, I mean, if the music is good and it's quality and you submitted it like a professional and not like just drop the link in the headline of the email, which does happen, I can't even fathom it, and it's good, we're going to post it. I don't hear you. I don't hear you. I think you muted yourself. I can't hear you. Nope.
Yo.
Okay.
Bruh, I must have hit the little microphone.
It seemed like you had something to say, but you didn't. But I didn't hear anything.
Oh, nah. My boys were talking to me. Man, this is the thing about having people over when you're having a conversation. They're just in your ear.
I mean, you could be having like electrical work done and your lights are going out like crazy and there's people drilling all over the place. So I guess I would rather take your situation right now.
Oh snap! Hey, do you feel like Rapzilla has? Nah, I'm not gonna ask it.
Okay.
I'm gonna ask it.
God.
Hit me with a question, bro.
I was getting scared. All right, hit you with a question. Let's see, because I'm out of questions because we're supposed to be conversating. So
yeah.
Let me come up with one.
Yeah.
All right, how influential do you think the music scene that an artist grows up in is to their artistry? Like you grew up in Atlanta, or not Atlanta, but you know that area. So obviously there's a lot of music happening. Say as compared to someone who like grows up in a small town in like North Dakota.
Yeah. I think it's really up. It's very individual. Like it's up to the individual. Because for me, even though I grew up here in Gwinnett, I wasn't allowed to listen to a lot of music when I was growing up. Like all I had was like like my mom's music and like my dad's music, and then I discovered like Spanish Christian rap, and that's where like my passion for like I always loved music, and then once I found something that I like connected with, I instantly like got to work on it. That was when I was like around like 7. And so I guess like the music you have like around you does influence it, but really like as an artist, like you grow and evolve like every day. Like I don't feel like I'm the same artist I was when Pleasant Hill dropped, and I don't feel like. And I was just talking to my boys, like I almost feel like I'm not the same artist from these last couple like songs I've done. Like I feel like I'm growing like to this day. So, regardless of where you grew up, like what you feed yourself daily is gonna reflect through your art. So like I'm always just listening to like random music. And I listen to my friends a lot, really. So just to stay like encouraged and stay up to date, really, because I feel like I have like the most talented friends in the world.
Well, here's your chance. Talking about who is on my radar. Who's somebody that you could shout out right now that's on your radar that people might not know about?
That people might not know about,
or not know too much about.
I feel like more people need to listen to Ecleso, and more people need to listen to Paris Chariz.
I get that a lot from other artists about like how great of an artist Paris Chariz is.
Paris Chariz is the best one in our space.
The best one, like, meaning what? Like best at best something? Artist. You just overall artist.
He's the best artist in our space. And I think people just don't get him yet, but I feel like within this year and next year, I think he'll be straight. But yeah, he definitely is. To me, he's the best one in our space. And then I think dang, I really just listen to right now. I've really just been listening to like Ty.
Ty's a beast.
I listen to him like every day. I listen to been listening to Fuse new stuff.
Hold up. So you got a project with 1K Few coming? What's the deal? I'm gonna cut you off. I'm sorry.
Nah, 1K Few got a project coming.
So do you just have a song with him on it?
I mean, we have a lot.
There's a lot of people watching.
Yeah. We see each other like probably 3-4 times a week. Like, so we definitely have songs together. But I mean, it's just a matter of time.
I saw that tweet. When we gonna put the tape out?
It's my fake laugh. Ha 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 ha. Man, I don't know, man. I guess you gotta ask him. I think we both really just trying to wrap up what we working on now, and then we'll see what's next. But yeah, because we both got projects to put out, and music to finish. So he's got his year planned out. I got my year planned out. We'll see if we find time somewhere in between to make something happen.
Okay. All right.
But we definitely making music.
Dope.
That's not. I can answer that.
Okay. All right. I got 2 more questions for you. Then I'm gonna let you hang out with your boys,
all right.
So you can have a nice sleepover. And maybe I'll go figure out why my lights keep going off. But all right, this might be a loaded question, but how do you think Rapzilla could improve, or what do you think we can do better as an influencer in the space? As us being influencers and you being an influencer by being an artist.
Michael wants to answer my question, but I'm gonna go ahead and give you my answer and then see if I like tackle some of the points he wants to say. I don't know.
Okay.
But I think I think there just needs to be some type of filter or some type of like I'm not saying like be I just think there needs to be a little more selection as to who gets put on and who doesn't, because I think our space is so small that anything you put into the consumer's hands, they're gonna appreciate it because of how small our space is. But sometimes, like a kid appreciates McDonald's, but like you give a kid McDonald's every day, like he's gonna get sick. But if you give the kid like a balanced diet and throw in McDonald's every now and then like the kid's gonna appreciate the whole thing for what it is. And I think that's one of my that might just be the only thing I have like that I think can be improved, because I think Rapzilla has done a really good job at like staying consistent as far as just the people they support, and I think Rapzilla has been really good at like giving us a space. Like I definitely wouldn't be where I'm at without Rapzilla. Like Ace found me on found Don't Forget to Live on Rapzilla.
Yeah.
And Ace is the reason I signed to Reach. So Rapzilla, I don't think there's much to improve besides that, and really just I think we just needed. This is Rapzilla. Aside from Rapzilla, I think we just, as a community, we need to do a better job just supporting each other. I think we're getting really good right now, but I think we could do better. But yeah, if there's anything that I wish there was more of, is more. I don't know. I feel like we're just missing like a gatekeeper. It's like the gates are wide open, which is good, but I think we need some type of balance.
So letting in, I guess more quality instead of quantity.
Yeah, more quality instead of quantity. I think that's part of the reason why a lot of people weren't associating with CHH for a little bit, because it was there came a point where like it was so much and so little of what was good. Like I used to check up Rapzilla every day when I was like in high school, and then eventually like I downloaded like the 5 Solas mixtape from Rapzilla, and like I downloaded like so much music from Rapzilla, and then at one point like I saw the quality of things. Like I'm really speaking as a fan, bro, because I've been on Rapzilla since I was like 2. But
it's longer than me.
But it like eventually there was like a little like a decline in quality, and then there was just so many people that eventually I just kind of like I just started to find music on my own, and then I think Rapzilla has gotten better, definitely gotten better. I've found people on Rapzilla that I'm like, yo, these guys are tight. So y'all definitely gotten better. I don't know. The gatekeeper thing is just something I would keep in mind. And yeah, I'm not saying it as a like, yo, don't let people in and nah, we're better than, you know what I'm saying? It's just more so like I feel like we need quality control in our space. But yeah, I don't know. Michael raised his hand as soon as you asked that question. So I don't know.
Michael, you want to talk to the people real quick? or is RG good?
Here, give him 2 minutes.
Give him two minutes.
Not even
2 minutes
2
on the
minutes?
clock.
Okay, it is. We're 22 minutes and 50 seconds in.
Justin, what's up?
What's up, bro?
All right, I'm gonna answer the question now. As a entrepreneur, fan, appreciator, all that jazz. Here's how Rapzilla personally I feel as though can get better. You ready for this? I feel like Rapzilla is living off of the old. Like, oh, we did all this. Like what RG said is I have the same sense. Like, yo, I used to go on that joint. Like, it was popping. I used to find everybody, download all the mixtapes, get all the information, all the artist interviews. And at some point, that all stopped. You know what I'm saying? And like, they're kind of living off of that 2008 to 2012 to 13 wave. And it's like, oh, well, we were good. Like, we were great, like, golden era back then. So we don't have to take steps forward to be as great or better now.
All right, your time is up.
Then you lock the phone.
Oh, no, I'm joking.
So
I don't see anything.
Feel like, so with that segue, what I'm saying is I feel like Rapzilla should create more content, and you guys are taking those steps, and it's good to see. Like that little social club announcement you did. That like little video, 30-second video thing.
Oh yeah, that was tight.
Yeah, that was amazing.
Well, hold up. First of all, I can't see you.
Hey, what'd you do, bro?
My bad. That's all my fault.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, that
so
social club
like
thing, that was dope. Steven made that.
Yeah, like stuff like that consistently brings your brand up 100%.
Yeah, that's tight.
So it's like if y'all keep doing that and maybe like incorporate artist interviews again and try to get.
I've been interviewing artists, man, every week.
No, I mean like video, like
well, this
like,
is
like
it.
sit down.
This is
like
what
sit
we're
down like with the person.
Well,
like how they used to do at Flavor Fest, like how they used to sit down and used to like tune in and stuff like that, and how they used to interview like Matt Chandler and all these people. Like that was super dope.
Well, this is something we're testing out now, is like doing these live stream interviews. So we thought that'd be pretty cool. I just did one with Die Daily.
Rapzilla.com.
But yeah, I mean, no, I definitely hear what you guys are saying, and we're all listening. That's why we wanted to ask. And 2019, we're taking a lot of big steps to make you guys proud.
Yeah. I think Michael had like one more thing to say. I took the phone from him. Michael,
I love you guys. You guys are amazing. Just keep creating content like you've been doing, and like try to be like the mass appeals and the geniuses and the complexes of this Christian space, because you guys don't have competition, if I'm being completely honest. So if you don't have competition, it's best to be the best at everything.
Okay. I feel it. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Man, I am very grateful for Rapzilla though, for real.
We're grateful for you, man.
Yeah, man. And thank y'all for like giving us a space. Thank you for letting me do this, like just talk to you. If you Justin, not Rapzilla, but I mean yeah, Rapzilla too. But if y'all ever need anything, like hit me up. You got my number. But yeah,
now I do. I had your number before. I was like, yo, this guy is not answering me for nothing, but it was the wrong number.
Dog, it's so many. I got a new phone and it's amazing because I don't get any texts or calls, and it's terrible because I don't get any texts and calls. So, yeah, but nah, I'm very grateful for y'all, man. I really appreciate y'all. And thanks for your time, bro.
Yeah, let me end this off with one final thing, and then it'll be a great cap. So you got all these people watching right now, all these people listening. What in your life, like, what would you want people to pray for you about?
Pray for. I would say pray for. This is not just for me. This is for every artist in our space. Pray that the burden of influence never becomes more than the burden to just serve Christ and serve others.
Hey, nice.
Because I think a common thread is that we often lose sight of what we're here for, and not because we're selfish, not because we're like egotistical, not because of anything, but like sometimes the pressure to keep up with the image, or keep up with like some type of momentum, keep up with whatever, becomes overbearing to the point where you forget like we're called for this, and that it's as cliche as it sounds, it's bigger than us, and it's bigger than Rapzilla, it's bigger than RG, it's bigger than Reach Records, it's bigger than anybody. So if anything, just pray that the burden of influence never becomes more than our love for Christ. Because honestly, that's where I've found the most peace, when I'm finally in this really good headspace. And I think it was when I stopped thinking about myself, and I stopped thinking about my next project, and I stopped thinking about my next moves, and I just remembered I'm whole in Jesus.
Yeah, that's true.
So if anything, just pray that, one, I don't lose that I don't forget that.
Okay, that's one.
I'll be forgetting. I'll be forgetting. And just pray for my friends, man. Pray for all of us. We're not perfect. We're never gonna be that. I'm gonna let you down. Michael's gonna let you down. Ecleso's gonna let you down. Lecrae's gonna let you down. Aha's gonna let you down. Ty's gonna let you down. Dill's gonna let you down. All of us are gonna let you down. But like, if we're all united as a community, just to encourage each other and pray for each other and try to understand each other, then that's when we're really gonna win. So, like I said, man, I'm very grateful. I'm very grateful for Rapzilla. Y'all gave us a space to fans and artists just come together and just like unite under the common love for hip hop and God. So yeah, man. Thank you.
So that's it, man. So that's your honest conversation. Are you good? You feel you feel like you scratched that itch? I didn't ask you about any music. You volunteered that information. I did not ask it. I tried to stay where I needed to stay. But I mean, all right. Thank you for your time. It's late. It's like 12:15 at night. For us East Coast people. Guys, have a good night. Appreciate you taking the time, having an honest conversation. This was dope, man.
Aquafina. My bad, I'm drinking water.
Nah, I see that, Aquafina.
My bad.
That's a good plug. There's your plug.
For this.
There's your plug for your own song.
Yeah, go listen to Aquafina and pre-order Jerry Mana's album, and 1K Fuse album's coming soon.
Okay, man. That's
all
it.
Right, bro.
Peace. Have a good night.
Yep.